Hello, sir. Oh, I caught you
Hello,
mid-yawn. My
sir.
bad.
Uh, oh, we're doing the thing. Hello, welcome to another episode of MCVC. Good God. Mike and Collin's Virtual Collision. There, that's better. All right, today we're just going to be going briefly over some of these decks that Collin mentioned earlier. It's going to be a way for you guys to get more acquainted with who we are and also hopefully get a laugh out of it. So enjoy. We're just going to be starting off with some interview kind of general questions, just kind of let you know where we come from and sort of like some things about us.
Yeah. So, yeah, again, these are called pod decks. Basically, we got four different kinds of decks here. So, the one I have here in my hand is
I
just
got a
kind of
nice
a.
deck. We're mature here.
So this is just kind of an
It's a
interview
good
deck.
time.
So we're just gonna do like five from the interview, and then we're gonna do a couple from Mike's, just as kind of again, get to know us. You guys have kind of learned what we're about just from our responses to certain topics, but these will be more specific questions. So I even
Hopefully something
shuffled it.
funny comes out of it.
Yeah, I even shuffled it, so I have no idea what
Here
the first
comes.
question is going to be. So here we go.
Sweet.
If there was a sandwich named after you, what would be on it?
Oh, straight mayonnaise. Only mayonnaise. It's just
Why?
two pieces of bread and just a lot of mayonnaise. And then there's actually going to be mustard, but the mustard's going to be like a smiley face in it. Because, actually, no, realistically, though, the sandwich that would be named after me would probably be like, I don't know. I just go with Jersey Mike subs just because my name's already on it, so I can just steal that.
Yeah, that works.
I'm lazy. What about you? What would you be?
I don't know what I would call it, but it's not. It's. I mean, it's
The
not pat.
Collinator
Yeah,
10,000.
it's not
The
like patented or
Collinator.
anything,
The
but
Collinator.
the
Destroys your
collinator
colon.
destroy. Yeah. No, it's pretty simple. It's actually something I don't know why. As a kid, I would make this all the time. I would just take two pieces of bread, put Doritos in between it, and eat it.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Since we're spilling our weird secrets, I eat Doritos with ketchup. Don't at me, anybody. If you come at me about that, I'll fight you. You might win. You might win, but I'll still fight you. It's not worth your time. It's not worth my hospital bills or the assault charges. So the sandwich I used to eat a lot as a kid was like just like so I'd take two pieces of bread. I'd take a fat fucking metric ton of peanut butter in between it until like literally if I bit into it I almost suffocated every time because I don't know, I think I have a choking fetish. I was figuring that out as a kid, but then I'd just have like a gallon of milk on standby for every time I started dying, and I just started just chugging that and then repeat the process until the sandwich is gone or I die. Clearly I'm still here, so I survived. But
That explains your how you got so thick. All that protein.
yeah, I just ate a lot of peanut butter, bro, like all the fucking time. Like it was like my two favorite things in this world: peanut butter sandwich and celery for food. Weird, I know, but I love them.
I mean, it's a healthy combination.
Yeah, I might just start like I'm gonna try doing living off that for a month and then just like vitamins and see what happens.
We'll talk to you a month later. He's got no neck.
Yeah, I just like I'm just gonna look like a cloud person. I unlocked the secret to humanity. Peanut butter and celery. But the weird thing is I don't like peanut butter on celery, which is so weird. But yeah.
I almost have to. Well, I eat celery by itself. Like whenever we get Buffalo Wild Wings, I always because you can get like carrots or celery on the side, and I usually get both.
Yeah,
Um,
but then you got the ranch right there if you want to,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll dip my celery in ranch. I'll put peanut butter on it. I'll eat it plain. I'm not super picky about it, but
See, I can't eat. I'm picky about my vegetables. I can't eat anything on them. Hello, Tinder. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm lonely.
all
Next
right.
question.
Yeah, we'll move on here. So we have what characteristic are you most known for?
So among my friends, usually my height is like the one that I'm kind of picked out about because I'm the short. I'm 5'7". For anyone out there, 5'7" gang, stand up but not too tall. Uh, so the other thing I'm known for is I think like my overall goofiness and my weirdness, like but in like a positive way. Like I'm not like a oh that guy probably does creepy things in his closet kind of weird. I'm like, dude, this guy has too much energy. He's like he's on coke all the time and he's having a good time. And then physical characteristic, probably my eyes. People like to comment about my eyes a lot. So
Yeah, you look beautiful.
I mean, what about you, bro? What about you? You look pretty beautiful too.
I
I
don't
don't know why
know.
I'm touching my I just keep like poking my temple like, yeah, yeah, bro.
Uh,
Yeah.
for me, I don't know. It's probably just the outgoingness, just being able to talk to really anybody, which kind of fits into my career field with working in sales and insurance and stuff. I'm not afraid to walk up and talk to anybody. So I don't know, just like camaraderie and just to like getting along with people for the most part. About I don't care who
I'd say
you
your
are, what
ability
your
to
background is.
rationalize things too. Like, yeah, that's one of the things I respect about you is your ability to rationalize things and like try to like you're a man who's not afraid to be emotional, and I love that because it's 2021. People need to get real. If you still act like a bitch about your feelings, fucking stop. Because guess what? You're allowed to feel them. Quit crying inside and being a dick to everybody.
Yeah,
Feel your emotions. It's okay to talk to people about your emotions. I mean, this dude's married. It worked for him. So,
yeah,
so
yeah. No,
don't be an asshole.
I kind of forgot about that with how like I don't know. I didn't like we've talked about this in prior episodes with our like dating episode of like, oh, I'm a good guy, and it's like if you call yourself a good guy,
Yeah.
you're probably not.
If
Like
you're an emotionally intelligent guy, that's different. You can be an
exactly.
emotionally intelligent guy. Those guys I like because those guys are fucking awesome because you can do whatever with them, and they never make things like bad.
Yeah,
So
and I guess just my mindset is like it's I guess there's like the stereotype of women being more open than men, which I mean it's statistically true. There's a lot of guys I know that are pretty wild and tight and stubborn and don't really talk about their feelings a whole lot. So I guess just me as a person, I'm like I can just fall into that same category and just be like that guy that like, oh, he doesn't talk about his feelings. He just goes and he's just a man about it. And I'm like, fuck that. Like
no,
if I'm upset about something, I'll fucking tell you. I'm not gonna go hide. I'm not gonna go like you said, cry inside and be a dick to people. Like I'll be straight up with you. Like if there's
yeah,
something that I if I feel a certain way or somebody does a certain thing that rubs me the wrong way, I'll tell them. They're already my family and friends. They're not gonna just like walk out of my life because I call them out on something.
yeah.
Like don't be afraid,
And if they
people.
and if they do, they clearly never felt that close to you in the first place.
Exactly, exactly. Um. All right. So moving on here, we'll do like three more on my end, and we'll switch it over to you.
Sweet.
Um. This is interesting. Kind of young, kind of a question for us young guys that I guess we don't really think about a whole lot. But when you die, what do you want to be remembered for?
That's a good one. Holy shit. So this is my thing. I want to when I pass along, what I want to leave is some semblance of happiness in everyone. I want my funeral to be a place where obviously people will be sad, but I want people to get past that quick and realize no, that's not what he would have wanted. They would want like he would want us to be happy, laughing. Like I'm the kind of guy like when I see those things like where people like do the memes or jokes about like yeah, like this person said when they pass away that like my friend has to dress like a giant penis and come to my funeral and like or wear a dress and I see those kind of things and like it's sad. But like that's the thing I'd expect my friends to do. I would make my funeral goofy and I'm gonna leave that in my will is I'm gonna make sure everyone who comes to my funeral has to be dressed wearing something wacky or weird because I want people to fight their sadness. I want people to always strive to be happy, and that's what I want to leave on the earth is some form of happiness, some form of good because we spend too much of our day seeing the news, seeing all the negative, seeing all the brutality, the violence, and it's overwhelming. We see it on social media. Everywhere we look, we're on our phones. There's always some kind of story that's subliminally popping in to your like even if it's like a news article from your email telling you like oh, this many dead, blah, blah, blah. It's like, we got to change that. We got to flip the script. We got to make things happy. And that's all I want to leave. I want to leave some lasting impression that can change this for the better.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's definitely a good. It's almost like you were waiting for me to ask that question because you just like it was your answer was structured very well, and it kind of while you
Now
were
I can just,
talking, it gave me a chance to kind of think about what I like. I guess how I want to go about this. I guess for me, it's like I said right now, and it's I guess it's being hopeful of what's coming in the next in the next few years. But I guess like for me, what I might want to be remembered for is I plan on having kids someday. So for me, it's remembering, or I want to be remembered for having like passing on a generation that was better than my own. so that people can look at my kids and be like, whoa, their dad must have been pretty dope. Like,
Or they just like look at you like, man, like, because if they know you, like, if I ever meet your kid, and God forbid you pass away before me, but if I ever meet your kid, I'll be like, man, you're way cooler than your dad. He did good.
yeah, exactly.
It's
That's honestly what I'm hoping for. To
like-
like, all right, Colin's all right, but like, how does this kid get up so fucking cool? Like,
yeah. I
but
think that's what, like, in some ways parents always, like, want is their kids to just be better than them. And not their idea. And that's the thing people, like, as parents, it's a little parental advice. I will offer not having, I won't get into that. But either way, one thing I recommend is don't try to make your kid the better you. Make your kid the best them.
yeah,
And
that's what I
they will
was just
shine.
gonna. That's what I was
Oh,
just gonna say.
didn't steal your thunder. Sorry.
No, you're good, and I'll
Well, I
just kind
did
of
steal your
elaborate off of
thunder.
it. But yeah, I feel like often parents look as, oh, I failed at this in life. I didn't get to do this in life. I'm going to push my kid to do that. It's like, no, because like I guess in like I guess in my specific situation, I know I was pushed a lot into like the whole sports atmosphere, and I'm thankful for it. I mean, I like um there's a lot that came from it. I never felt like like super pressured to be in sports. Maybe at a younger age, just because I hadn't grown a love for the sports that I ended up doing through my whole life. But um, I guess I could say that from my parents' perspective because my dad, he only ever did football for a couple of years. My mom never really did sports. So I guess it was important for them to kind of have my sister and I explore that avenue for us to be better in that respect. But because we were urged in that direction, who knows? Maybe I would have been a good like film director. Maybe I would have been a
Yeah.
good singer, a good dancer. I doubt it, but like who knows? You know what I mean? It's like if your parents put you down this one avenue of okay, I never excelled at sports. I want to see you do good at sports. You're taking away all those different avenues from them in their life, which I don't know. Again,
And
it's very controversial, but um
no, and I get it. I get it. And I do want to share some insight on what you were just saying. Obviously, I know you feel this way too. Just because, like, I want to say this for the people who tune in, our subscribers, the people who like to watch our videos. Just because you didn't do something when you were younger, and like I said, I know you're like this too because we're doing this, we're doing different stuff all the time, branching out, trying new things, figuring out ourselves now that we're adults. But don't give up on a dream you had as a kid just because you never pushed towards it. Like, I just started doing martial arts. I've been wanting to do that since I was little. I am 24 years old, about to be 25. I literally go to a class, like my first class I have for martial arts, there's kids in it, and it's like it's awesome. There's also other adults. There's so many different people in different ranges. It doesn't matter where you start. It just depends on how you want to finish it. And that's the way I look at it. My sensei, he started when he was 24. Now he runs the school. He has his own school. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, your dreams can become your goals. It's just how you want to define it.
for sure, yeah. Who did? It's fun. It's funny when I look at these questions. It's like, oh, like all three of these so far have just been kind of like, oh, those are pretty basic questions. But with like, I like with the way both of our minds work. We're just like, oh, boom, this avenue, that avenue. Oh, that reminds me of this. Next thing you know, we're off track, and it's no, I love it though.
When I was 4, I stared contemplatingly at a rain cloud and I thought about deep stuff. I don't know. We just go into these weird like monologues. I love it. All right, what's the next one?
Next one we have: which living person do you most admire?
Huh. That's an interesting one. This might sound kind of like sort of like a dickish answer, but like myself. Because like coming from where I came from, self-hatred and a lot of that, and that's like just to let the audience kind of know a little bit. I suffered some severe depression growing up and dealing with that and battling that. So like that's one thing. If you guys are dealing with that, seek the help, reach out, stuff like that. But learning to love yourself was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. And I've grown so much respect for myself in doing it. And learning to love myself has elevated my perspective about the world to so many different levels that it made me realize like how much I trap myself in this bubble. So I have to have like I have so much respect for myself like recently because I'm starting to come into my own. But outside of that, I would have to give it to for a living person, my friends, because the ones like you, the people who are around me who constantly work their asses off and fight for a goal. I have nothing but respect for that. That's why I pour so much love and energy into my friends, because they've always been there for me. So I'm gonna do that answer, and then my celebrity answer is Ryan Reynolds because he's perfect.
Well,
To
yeah,
me,
he's oh yeah. Oh, finish your
I was
thought.
just gonna say he's the perfect man. I
Yeah.
could talk for days about Ryan Reynolds.
Um. Yeah. I mean, you kind of hit it on the spot as far as like obviously, like who you or the person you admire is who you are. Like initially, where my head went is where I am tomorrow, because that always gives you something to look forward to. It's okay. This is the person I am today. What can I do different tomorrow? Which is
Ooh, I
why
like
you would
that. Ooh.
which is why which is why I admire that person, because they're going to be in a better spot than I was today. Hopefully, obviously, life's a roller coaster. There's a decision I'm going to make today that might make me decline into tomorrow. But the important part is changing is looking at the positive side of that. Yeah, something bad could happen. You could get fired from your job. You could lose a loved one. Your car could break down and you can't afford it. Um, your kid falls and breaks their leg, and it's financially and emotionally tolling for your family. Yes, those are hard things to um, deal with, but kind of like you said, referring back to like your funeral, you can look at these kind of things as sad, and obviously you're not going to see your kid break their leg and you're not going to laugh it off and be like, oh, let's go, no, like obviously having that moment of grief is a proper response, but it's always about how do you rebound, and obviously giving yourself that amount of time to grieve and process through it is good, but just don't let yourself get stuck in that gray area for too long. Like you gotta push yourself out of it as soon as you think you can, like you should. As soon as you have any doubts
Exactly.
of, okay, should I be over this by now? Chances are you probably should. So it's just like I guess that's kind of where I want to add on that. Aside from that, you kind of hit
Well,
it on the
Colin,
spot with what.
you're giving me a platonic emotional boner right now, just so you know. So, so I love it.
Yes.
No, I love what you said there about like not even about admiring yourself today, but the tomorrow you, because that's one thing I love. I love the concept of like just because today didn't turn out the way you wanted to be, just because you didn't love yourself as much today, does not mean tomorrow's not going to be better. It does not mean tomorrow can't be something different for you. You get a fresh start every time you wake up, and you get to reset yourself. And like my favorite saying, and I've been saying it so much lately, and I sound like a fucking broken record, but flip the script. Flip the script. Because if you can turn things around and you can change your thinking, your perspective, things will get easier.
Hmm.
Will they still be hard? Yes, but they will get easier. And because you are going to put yourself in a position where you can breathe. And that's all you need sometimes, is just to be able to breathe through those moments, just to take that time and be like, okay, this is hard, but I got this.
If for some reason there's a quote that comes into my head, and it kind of applies, and it's got a little bit of humor to it too, but it's a quote that one of my old wrestling coaches always said. He says, every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and it knows that it must catch the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. Every morning a gazelle wakes up in Africa and knows that it must outrun the fastest lion or it will die. Truth is, it doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running.
I like that. No, I actually like that a lot. No, that's super cool. And no, and yeah, no, I love that. And that's true, because the thing is, like it's just simple science, like literally Newton's laws. An object in motion will stay in motion. You get moving, you keep pushing. You're not gonna stop. It's gonna get easier. It's hard, but everything's hard. Being like one thing I was reading, like it was on Facebook, it was like being out of shape is hard. Maintaining and being in shape is hard. And it's like being broke is hard. Maintaining your finances is hard. Choose the hard you want to deal with though.
Yeah,
And I love that. I love that concept, because it's like if you want to be better, it's gonna be hard, but doing nothing is also gonna be hard on you. So no matter what, choose the hard you want in your life.
yeah. And just to kind of break down, because like I know like you kind of understood that quote I just said, but just kind of basically the way it breaks down is the line is they're pushing for success, and they know that they have to reach that next level in order to get that success. And then the gazelle is maybe somebody who's struggling to get by, who's maybe suffering a loss, suffering from something bad that happened to them. They know that all they got to do is make it to that next day, and things will just slowly get better. So that's just kind of the way I
I like
interpreted
that.
it. And that's how I wanted to break it down. But
And I
um,
think I think we're always alternating between the gazelle and the lion. I think we all have days where we are the lion and days where we're the gazelle. But at the end of the day, we're still constantly moving. We're still fighting. Doesn't matter what direction you're heading in. Keep pushing. Keep pushing for better because you deserve better.
for sure.
Sweet.
Um,
Next card.
yeah. Well, hold on. You had your celebrity one. I got to quick throw mine out there.
Oh yeah. Who's your celebrity?
Fucking Tom Hanks, dude. I love that guy.
Oh my god. I should have known.
Oh God, dude. He's just one of those guys that I just like want to invite over to my house for dinner and just be like, take everything. Just tell me your life.
Take me now, Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
Right here on the
no.
couch.
But he's just like in his movies and just his roles, he just seems like such a genuine guy. And then in real life, him interacting with fans and other actors and actresses. God, that's a hard word.
Hey,
Um,
just call them all actors. It's easier.
yeah, that works. Yeah, they're all just like, oh yeah, Tom Hanks is a genuine dude. So it's just like you see those people that look really good in front of a camera and on a screen, but then in real life they're assholes.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, Tom Hanks just seems like that guy that never has been that person. And I don't know, that's I guess a
Trying to
person
remember.
I
I know
admire.
there's a couple of actors I heard are just straight up dicks, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But
I know like Jonah Hill is one that he literally has business cards. He doesn't like do autographs or take pictures with people. Somebody literally comes up to him. He literally has a business card that he hands to people that literally on it, I think it says, "I met Jonah Hill."
see, I try to feel bad for that. I try to feel bad for that dude just because, like, he's been through a lot. But at the end of the day, like, man, people have been nothing but supporting you. Yeah, I get it. Whatever. You're the fat kid in Superbad. Get the fuck over it, dude. You got money to change your life, and you're doing better for yourself. There's other people who are trying to figure it out. I know he deals with stuff, and I'm not dismissing what he's dealing with. But at the end of the day, when fans approach you and they're being supportive of everything you do, and they're not trying to be annoying, they just genuinely respect your trade, your craft. Like that's your art, man.
Hmm.
Like that's someone admiring you as an artist. Recognize that. Don't just be like, "Have a good day."
Yeah, but yeah.
And who
Anyway, we'll
knows?
move on.
Maybe he's better about that now. But
Yeah, he
anyways,
might be. He might. This was at least a couple years ago. I've seen like that was a thing, and yeah, it could be different by now, but I just know it was a thing at one point. So yeah, we'll kind of get on to the last question here, and then we'll switch things over to your side. Um, if you could ask one person one question and they had to answer truthfully, who and what would you ask? Wow, this is a
God,
thinker.
that's a very hard one. Holy shit. Um, I would probably. Hmm. If Stan Lee was alive, I'd ask him how big the Hulk's penis is. I gotta know, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's just for out of pure scientific understanding. Like, it's like, is he packing? Is he a grower? Is he a shower? Like, is it
Did the
green? Is
gamma
it regular?
radi-
Like,
did the gamma radiation just make it shrivel? Like,
yeah, right. Like, these are the questions we need the answers to. No, honestly, I would probably sit down. Honest, like, I'm a very controversial person with certain things. I'd probably want to sit down with Hitler, and I would want to know why. Like where it went wrong. Like, and I wanted like, and he has to answer truthfully because I want to know what drove him to that point, or if there was really no, and like, I want to know if he actually felt things. Honestly, I would love the opportunity to know, like, have him sitting there in a chair in front of me and be like, "Hey, do you know what kind of impact you left on the world? It wasn't good." Like, and I want to know what the fuck is it because you didn't get into art school? Like, is it that salty, or was it because you were just had so much evil in you from the start? I just want to know because I want to know if evil is something you can be born with or if everyone's savable.
that's a good one. I guess I never thought I didn't think of Hitler, but
Yeah.
Um,
Everyone wants to think of like, oh, a good person. Like, no, I want to know. I want to know what goes through like crazy people's minds or evil people's minds, because it's like, man, I want to bring good in the world. I know what good is. I can do that every day. But to do that, you got to know how to combat evil. You got to know how to recognize it and be able to get beyond it, and how to bring people to a better perspective. Sometimes I think a conversation could save a lot of people's lives.
for sure. Well, since you kind of went with the more like evil and just kind of like get to know what's wrong with the world route, I guess for me, there's two people I think of, and I mean, I'll just mention both of them, and they both have a very similar impact on the world. Is either Dwayne Johnson or Kevin Hart, and just ask them and how, like
Yeah,
how they got to where they are, because it like, and I've seen them like on podcasts with like Joe Rogan and like Dax Shepard and like some of these other influencers that have brought them on and have them tell their story, and it's just like they're so calm, collected, and like it's almost like they're famous but they don't know they're famous sometimes. They just like, I'm just living my life, man. And it's like, oh yeah, we got this foundation and we're doing this and we're like this and these people. It's like they're arguably two of the, in probably in the top five of most successful actors of the decade, easily. and and just kind of thinking of where uh Dwayne Dwayne Johnson. I think he's from like Florida somewhere, because I know he went to University of Miami, and I know he like had a tough going where he tried to make the football team and like this and that, and he ended up being like broke with nothing on his back. And it's just like to hear success stories from that, and then Kevin Hart being from Philadelphia, which is a very uh
Philly's Philly. So
Philly's Philly.
yeah,
It's a hard city to grow up and be successful from. So it's just I guess it's kind of just a vague question. It's not really a what question. What I ask is just like how, like what did you do from day one where you just like you hit rock bottom and now you're here? Like what did it take you to get to that level of success? So
interesting fact for you about Dwayne Johnson. When he was 15, he was mistaken as an undercover cop by like kids in his class because he was so big and he had a mustache. And, yeah, no, like yeah, they thought he was an undercover cop.
I believe it.
Yeah, he's huge, dude. Dude's bigger than life now. Look at him, physically and like just living it. And he's always got like such a good attitude. He loves his family. Like he's a good positive role model, and I love it.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart too. He's just more sassy and smaller. So
Yeah.
little gang.
So yeah, that kind of wraps things up for the interview side of things. We're at about a
You want
half hour. If you wanted to,
you want
um,
what the heck or would you rather?
let's do some would you rather's. I feel like those could be thought provoking. I was waiting for you to do like a magic trick where like a whole nother deck of cards is gonna slide out of there.
You ready for it? You ready for it? Ooh, ooh. I turned it green.
Whoa!
Whoa, dude. I am the magician. All right, shuffle these up real quick. All right, time to duel. All right, get a shoulder massage or a foot massage.
Shoulder. Feet
Shoulder,
are. I don't like feet. Feet are weird.
dude. I'm taking the foot massage all day, every day. Man, you missing
Wait,
out.
wait. Get or give?
Get,
Okay. Yeah, still
yeah.
shoulder. Just because my
I'm a
shoulders are fucked up too, just from like sports and like throwing and stuff. My shoulder, like literally, I think about my shoulder and it like cracks and pops. So it's just like I'll never turn down a good shoulder massage. But yeah, like feet, I'm just like, eh. Like,
See, as long
and
as
also
people got like clean.
I never got a like a true foot massage. So maybe I am missing out. And I'm like, oh fuck, I've been
Oh,
missing
you
out.
are, dude. When I get manicures and pedicures, dude. When I'm getting my pedicures, like there's one like where they like the massage. It's like, oh god, dude, it melts me. All right, eat peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese sandwiches every day.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna go with the peanut butter and jelly because I just think it's overall healthier.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to oppose. I gotta go with grilled cheese, man. Just
Ah,
because of like peanut butter and jelly is peanut butter and jelly. It's always gonna be jelly. It's always gonna be peanut butter. But grilled cheese, you can do different cheeses. You can like
you
you
could do
can.
different jellies. You could do different kind of butters.
Oh, I
Maybe. Well, it says
suppose
peanut butter, but you could do different kind of jellies.
that's true. And you can do like creamy or crunchy. I suppose
Yeah, there's
there's
options.
variation between the two.
You could toast the bread. Like,
Fuck, that's a tough
yeah,
one. I don't know. I'm still sticking with grilled cheese just because I'm from Wisconsin. I fucking love cheese.
respectable. All right. Your voice sound like Elmo or Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog, just because I feel like if I had the voice of Elmo, people want to punch me in the face all the time.
I feel like either I would want to punch in the face, honestly. Like, if you sounded like Kermit, I'd just be like, you got a frog in your throat, bro? And I'd do that joke every time until you hate me. I'd probably go with Elmo, just because I think it'd be hilarious, just being able to like just sit there and just like look at someone like, and then just talk and sound like Elmo. That'd be great. All right, I can't do a good Elmo voice, so I wasn't even gonna try. That was dumb. Have your jaws wired shut for a month, or wear an eye patch for a year? Wear an eye patch for a year. Fuck
Yeah,
having
that'd be
my
fucking dope.
yeah, dude.
So
I'm
you
just
can
gonna
make
be
up whatever story you want about it.
right. Be like, yeah, I lost this in an extreme sword fighting competition, but the trick was we were using I don't know balloon swords. It's like how did it happen? Well, when the sharks got involved is when it got serious. Like what? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
fucking eye patch or jaw wired shut. Like fuck.
Spike the punch or Xerox your butt at the next office party. Well, one of those is definitely more legal than the other, so I'm gonna say Xerox my butt at the party instead of like unless everyone knows I'm spiking the punch, like, oh guys, we're gonna get fucked. Like
Wait, so Xerox the punch bowl or
no,
Xerox the
spike the
punch bowl?
Xerox the punch. So Xerox the punch bowl or spike the butt.
uh,
So spike the
um,
punch or Xerox your butt at the next office party. So if it's an office party, definitely Xerox my butt.
well, fuck. Cause I actually work in an office, so like, uh, I mean, it is all guy. Well, I shouldn't say all guys. There's like five guys and like two girls. I don't know. I don't know if I want people to see my ass.
But who says they have to see it? You know, you could just sneak into the side office, do it real quick, and no one has to know. Whereas if you spike the punch, there's definitely going to be repercussions from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, next.
I'd rather spike the punch bowl just because if it's a if I'm spiking it, probably because the fucking party's lame, and I'm like, all right, we need to get something hopping up in here.
Time to get the bosses fucking woken up. Let's
Yeah,
get their wild side out. Ugh. Be covered in bees or spiders? Neither. Fuck that. Um, I'm gonna go with bees because bees aren't naturally hostile unless you piss them off. Whereas
yeah,
spiders, like, oh no, spiders just no, fuck no. I could never be
yeah,
covered in spiders, bro.
yeah. I do bees, especially because you see people because like for like honeybees that will actually physically cover themselves in bees, and they just stand there and they don't get stung at all. So it's just like,
Because most bees won't sting you unless they're agitated. Because bees will die if they sting you. So it's like, and even if they all do sting you at once, you'll know you're only getting stung once. Spiders might fucking sting, bite, whatever the fuck, multiple times.
yeah.
Hmm. Wear a monitor that beeps when you're lying or beeps when you're attracted to someone.
Hmm.
You're kind of fucked if your wife asks you if you think that person's hot, because either way, it's gonna beep.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I guess if you're somebody who's very like introvert, it makes sense maybe with um the good looking one because some people have a hard time talking to like the opposite sex and like getting themselves out there, which I don't really have that problem. If I'm like back in the day, if I was available and dating, if I see a girl, I'm gonna approach her and like talk to her and like like I'm not gonna go up and be like, hey, want to fuck, but like I understand that like everything has to start at like a friendship level, and like I'm not afraid to like walk up to somebody and like engage in conversation. So that's why like the one where it's like, oh, if somebody beeps, if they beeps, or
I th-
if you think somebody's attractive, it beeps, because I don't really have a problem with telling people if they're attractive or not.
the awkward situation though, like say like you're at your friend's place and they see your mom also, and you just hear something beep, you're like,
Every
bro.
You're like chilling in the living room and she's like making dinner, and every time she paces back and forth through like the opening, it like starts
Beep,
beeping.
beep, beep. Someone's scanning something in here. Beep. And then she like walks over, like leans over, you see like her cleavage, like beep, 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 beep. Dude, that'd be horrible for time to talk. Like, I'm going with the lie one because like I see a girl I'm attracted to. Hey, what's up, girl? Beep. What was that? I don't know. But anyways, you want a drink? Beep. No, I heard it again. What was that? Like look down at her tits. Beep, 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 beep.
But that's the thing. That's the thing is, if it's beeping, does that apply to everyone or just you? You know what I mean? Like, would it just be confusing, like to be like, oh, this one dude just like beeps all the time, or does everybody have that? You know what I mean? Where
Well,
everybody
see,
beeps if they're lying, or everybody beeps if they're around somebody they find attractive.
I guess it would just be the individual. So then I guess a lot of people wouldn't know what it is. You could just like make up excuses. You'd
But
have to
then if
hang
you
out at
lie about what
malls.
it is, it's gonna beep again.
Well, so that's the thing. Like, if you go with the attractive one, I guess it won't. But here's the thing: I'm very good with words. Not to say I'm a good liar. I could be. I don't like lying though. I would just tell the truth all the time. But I'd tell the truth in a way where it's like, yeah, no, I totally want to do that to you. I'd be sarcastic. So I'm saying the truth, but they're gonna think I'm sarcastic, so it won't beep.
That's smart.
Yeah. All right. Fart in an elevator full of strangers or belch loudly while giving an important presentation at work.
Fart in an elevator full of strangers?
hmm I've done it before, so
Yeah, I
go
do
with that. Yeah.
that. I've definitely done that before. I fucking crop
I've
dusted
also burped
people.
during a presentation. I followed both of those. I just go. Oh, excuse me. All right. Anyways.
Yeah, no, you fart in the I mean, so long as it's not like you're in a group like. Well, I guess it doesn't matter either way. Fucking people fart. Because I guess the one
Yeah.
bad thing would be like you're in an elevator full of strangers. They're all going to one meeting together, and you're going your separate way. And then they all know that it wasn't them because they converse after. But also, you're going your separate ways. It's not like they're gonna come track you down and be like, "We know you farted."
This one, next one is pretty funny. Um, blow your nose with sandpaper or use bubble wrap instead of toilet paper.
Bubble wrap instead of toilet paper.
Yeah, like why would I blow my nose with sandpaper ever?
Like I feel like it wouldn't hurt that bad. It would just not
You
be
know
a
what I would do? I'd just hold the sandpaper like this and just do one of those like farmer blow, just
yeah.
like probably blow it all
Farmer
over
blow onto
myself.
it.
Yeah, I probably just like disgusting. But spend the night in a dumpster or a porta potty. No, a dumpster all fucking day. Wait, is it a clean porta potty though?
Well, is it a clean dumpster?
We're just gonna assume the nastiest porta potty or the nastiest dumpster. Either way, there's gonna be shit in there. So like,
Yeah, but at least a dumpster you could like
there's
makeshift
space.
like a bed out of like boxes or something.
True, and then you can like prop open it just slightly so you can get some ventilation going in. Whereas like I feel like if you have the door open for the porta john, it always just fucking swings open.
Yeah,
My
that's the thing.
experience with them.
And like thinking of like a worst porta potty I've ever been in, there's been like nasty shit on the walls. There's blood. There's fucking syringes. Like,
Yeah, right. There's a human hand just sitting there, like it's holding the toilet paper roll. You just like pull it out of the dead hand. Just
yeah.
yes.
Do you want to switch to some what the hex, or do you want to keep going with these?
I'll do the what the hex, but then I'm gonna have to hop off soon because my buddy's on his way to pick me up for the gym. Because like I said, positive impact, change yourselves. I'm working on it too. Trust me, I hate it. Every time I'm in the gym, I cry for the first 45 minutes, and I work out for 5 minutes. Uh,
Yeah, we could do like 3 or 4 of
yeah, I'm
these,
down.
just because I kind of forgot what these are like about. So I'm just kind of curious again.
What Guinness World Record do you think you could break in the future?
Uh, fuck. I don't know. Do you have an idea?
Uh, Guinness World Record I could break is probably most consecutive in a row within the span of an hour. Just
I feel like eventually, after like I don't know how, like probably 10, 15 minutes, you'd like form like a like a raw spot in your mouth, and it would just hurt really bad. You start
you
bleeding.
just keep going, ow, 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 ow. You just like poke a hole through your fucking cheek.
Uh,
Or I guess you could say most like longest distance streak naked without getting arrested.
so like, were you just gonna run for miles until somebody finally catches you?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna record the whole thing. I'll be like, "Yep, I'm at mile 20. It's still going. Dick of swinging." I don't know.
I guess for me, it would be uh, like tube floating for like the longest distance.
Ooh.
Because it just sounds relaxing as fuck to just be like, "Come on, we're getting out. I'm gonna keep going."
No, I'm doing something for Guinness. You go. I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah,
The
which that could
sunburn
be
if it's
dangerous.
hot though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fuck. If it's like if it's a like hot summer day, and I'm just going for like hours and hours or days, like they finally find my body, and I'm just like a fucking charcoal.
Just like shrinking up like, why
Did I
is
get
it
it?
spicy? All right. What would be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street?
I can smell you.
Yeah. I wonder if we're penis twins. To say that to a guy, I think would be make him very uncomfortable. Just walk up to a stranger, and be like, I wonder if we're penis twins. And just stare at him. That would be for guys. For girls, I hate like creepiest thing you could say. Hi, I'm a genuine guy and I have feelings and I can be nice. I don't have damage.
hello,
Get
hello
away,
there.
widow.
Hello there. Get away.
Get away. It's creepy. He cares. He's nice. What? No, I'm just kidding. Creepiest thing you could probably say to a girl is like, man, I'd probably look better in your bra than you. I don't know. Some weird shit. Just like probably make it almost sexual without making it sexual. So just make them feel very uncomfortable. Or be
Otherwise,
like, man, your breath smells really hot.
I think something that could be creepy is like you're walking past somebody and like they happen to be like walking into their home, like into their apartment or something. You just
Come here
quickly,
often.
yeah, like or like, oh, this is where you live, and they say yeah, and you quick pull out a notepad and like,
You just walk up to a stranger, like, I like what you did with your place. Just like the middle of nowhere. It's like, yeah, your place looks really nice. Who the fuck are you? Oh, I wasn't supposed to talk to you, and just walk away.
uh,
Sorry, slipped up. Just stalker things. Just walk away.
I wasn't supposed to tell you that I've been stalking you yet.
Yeah, no, I skipped a couple phases. I was supposed to watch you a little longer, take some good, tasteful pictures, leave them on your front yard with a bag of dog shit I lit on fire. It would have been a whole thing. Next card. What set of items could you buy that would make the cashier the most uncomfortable? Easy. If I can go, I already got mine.
Yeah, go.
I'd buy rope, duct tape, probably like a whole lot of Vaseline, ski masks, a flashlight, and then like a gun that looks like if you spray painted it, it would look black. Just because it's like, and then I would just get like, I don't know, something random like Twinkies. So you see all that and be like, you got Twinkies, you weird fuck. Like, all right.
I have to
Oh,
say
you
like
can buy dildos. I just buy a whole fucking ton of dildos, dude. I just buy an excessive amount of massive dildos, and they're just gonna look at me and be like, "Yeah, donating them." What?
to my asshole.
To my ass.
Oh fuck.
We have our own Facebook page if you want to go and support. Also on OnlyFans if you really want to support.
I'm trying to think. I have to go with like lube and doctor's gloves and Takis. And just leave it at that.
Okay, there's so many I can think of for this. Honestly, there's just so many bad things. I just buy a bunch of like girls' panties, and like when they're like, "Oh, shopping for your girlfriend?" Nope, me.
Or worse, they know
They're
my
at 'em.
mom.
Yeah. You think she'll look hot in these? Oh my god. That's how we do it in Alabama. Roll Tide. Like, I don't know.
Oh fuck.
If she bleeds, she breeds. All right, no. Fucking.
Oh my god.
Fucked up, dude. All right, next card. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? Easy, 37. And they would have to be on crack.
How many elephants would it take to, or chickens would it
How many
take?
chickens would it take to kill an elephant? I think it'd only take one elephant to kill a lot of chickens.
Fuck. It's such a like. I mean, technically one could if it flies and like spurs it in the eyes or something and it bleeds to
Or what
death.
if it like flies straight into its asshole and just fucks up its intestines? Because like, how wide is an elephant's asshole? Can a chicken fit in it? Like comfortably?
Oh yeah, because
think?
you could see you see you see like videos of like an elephant giving birth, and like there's people who like try to help with the birthing process, and like half their fucking like bodies in there, and they're trying to help scoop the fucking thing out. So I think a chicken could fit in there.
Well, that's their vagina, not their ass. First off,
Fuck.
Unless all elephants are ass babies.
Is this why me and my wife can't have kids yet?
Wrong hole, Collin.
Fuck. Oh.
Man, he's been tricking you the whole time. All right. Oh my. All right, let's see what we got here. What would be the absolute worst name you could give your child?
Dexter.
No,
I don't know. Whatever the fuck Elon Musk named his son. It's like
oh yeah,
18 something.
I'm gonna call him Plan C because you know how Plan B is supposed to stop that shit. Well, he's Plan C because guess what? It didn't work. Like, I don't know. Or abortion, or accident. Just something awful, or just like. There's Ladasha. Ladasha always cracks me up. It's like, and then they actually put a dash in the name, and then they put Ladasha.
I'm trying to think of an actual like name I know that's like, yeah, I would never fucking name my kid that.
Glenn. I hate the name Glenn.
Yeah.
I know a really cool Glenn, but I hate the name Glenn for a guy. It's just so uncomfortable. Or like I don't know, Bernard.
Yeah, or Patrice. I feel like
Chaz.
if you name
your kid Chaz, you're a dick.
Yeah. I feel like if you name your daughter Patrice, she's like immediately grows to 300 pounds.
Patrice? I'm gonna just name my kid Thud and hope for the best.
Thug?
Thud.
Oh, Thud.
Thud. Thud Lance. That'd be awesome.
That's kind of got a ring to it.
Yeah, Thud Lance. That's gonna be his name. Thud. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's find out. If you could talk to one species of animal, what would it be?
Fucking cats.
Cats? I feel like those would be very one-sided conversations. I feel like you'd say something, they'd be like,
they're just assholes. Yeah.
They'd just be like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna scrape this litter box now and throw shit at you, or just like climb all over you with my shit water paws, and I'm gonna fucking sit there and like put my butthole in your face and make you smell my fresh shit I just took. Like that's all cats are gonna be saying. They're not gonna say anything like insightful. And I know dogs would just be like, "Oh, ball, get the ball, 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 ball." So I'd just probably go talk to dolphins because I know they're intelligent. I'd be like, "Yo, what up, dude?" Be like, "Hey, what is up, bro? We just out here in the ocean getting it." Like, all right, like, all right, dude. How's the tides looking? Good, but don't go around China, like Japan, or any of the areas where, like, yeah, it's not good for dolphins. Like, oh, okay. just get to ride dolphins and talk to them all the time. Sounds fucking amazing.
Where
I'm
you
like
taking me, bro?
Yeah,
Wherever the waves take us, man.
my buddy Great White wants to meet you. Great White. No. This is a trap, dolphin. You're supposed to be smarter than this. All right.
You
One
wanna make
more.
this last? Yeah, I was gonna say last one.
All right. If you had to pick a new name for yourself, what would you pick?
Jimothy. No.
Timothy?
Fuck. That's a good one. I feel like I've thought about this before, but I've never like come to a conclusion on a name.
Probably
You look
just go
like you
with
could be a
something
John.
A John?
Yeah.
I just go with something badass, like something like from comic books, because I'm a fucking comic book nerd. I'd just go with like Slade or something. Because if I get named Slade, I have to do something badass. Otherwise, like I'm just gonna get picked on. So I have to be badass at that point if I'm gonna have a name like Wade
Yeah.
or
I'm
Wade.
trying to,
Wade is cool.
I guess I'm thinking of like a dope name, like Chadwick. That'd be kind of dope. It's very white.
Ed Moore, Ed Boy, Ed Boy.
Ed
Go
boy.
with that. Ed Boy. Hey, Ed Boy. No, actually, I'd probably just go with something like I don't know, like Avian. I think Avian sounds cool.
Maverick.
Yeah. Look at us, like throwing out those nerd names. Yeah, I wish I was named
Yeah.
Avian, Albion, Albita.
I'll beat a bitch.
That's my middle name. I'll beat a bitch, Lance. That's what I'm naming my fucking kid, dude. I'll beat a bitch.
Oh my fuck, dude.
Oh, I love it. That's a good place to end it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully you guys got an opportunity to kind of get to know us a little bit better.
They
Even
just
if
learned we're real. We just confirmed we're fucking weird. Is all it is.
well, I mean, if the first like 30 some episodes didn't confirm that, then
Right?
they haven't been paying attention close enough. But yeah. So it's been real. It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
It's been real fun.
It's been fun, real.
I'll let you go to the gym. I'm gonna do less athletic things. But you have yourself a good time, sir, and I'll talk to you later.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm getting that platonic emotion boner again.
Oh.
All right, bro. I'll catch you later.
See ya.